يتكلم به باسمي أنا أطالبه. You see, what I did was, when I learned this verse, I went and tested an alim. I went to him. I said, Mauli Sahib, respected Maulana, Mauli Sahib, the Shaykh Imam. I said, look, I want you to tell me where this verse is in the Quran. So saying, I read it. أقيموا لهم نبيا من وسط إخوتهم مثلك وأجعل كلامي في فمه ويكلمهم بكل ما أوصيه به. He said, no, it's not in the Quran. وأجعل كلامي في فمه ويكلمهم بكل ما أوصيه به. He said, no, it's not in the Quran. So I asked him, is it in the Hadith? He says, no, that doesn't sound like Hadith. Then I said, where could it be from? So he said,
this must be some great man, somebody has written some book, and this is a quotation from there. You see, the person has some knowledge, some little knowledge about the Quran. He knows the Quran, the sublimity of the message, the verses, compared to any other book in any other language. In Arabic, there is nothing to compare with it. And this is a Christian subject knowledge. The Quran is a superposed piece of literature in Arabic. In Arabic. Nothing comes near it. So, this is the Christian Arabs, they acknowledge. The enemy, they know their language and they don't know. There's nothing to compare with. The Christians have tried, so they have tried to produce something like this Quran. And I might give you an example of what they did to the Arabs, to the Malaysian and the Indian and the African, Nigerians and all, we won't know the difference.
We might not know. But while I'm reading it to the Arab, or I asked the Arab to read it, man, he burst out into laughter like a madman. Listen. This is the new Injil the Christians have created. It is a 16-year project, Arab Christians, they did it. To meet the Quranic challenge. Allah says, قُلْ لَإِنِ جَتَمَأَتِ الْإِنسُ وَالْجِنُّ أَلَا أَنْ يَعْتُوا بِمِثْلِ هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ. Say, if the whole of mankind and the spirit world were to gather together to produce the like of this Quran, Allah says, لَا يَعْتُونَ بِمِثْلِهِ وَلَوْ كَانَ بَعْضُهُمْ لِبَعْضٍ ظَهِيرًا. They'll never be able to produce the like thereof, even if they backed up each other with help and support. That's a challenge for 1400 years. But the Christians are claiming now that they have done the job. They are meeting the Quranic challenge. I don't know whether you had this in mind, I don't know. But this is, I'm going to read it to you now, what the Christians have done. Listen. Babu Sakina. This is the New Testament I'm reading in Arabic. New Testament. Maqdisi. The heading, Maqdisi. Mr. Chairman, come and send me in. Maqdisi. You see, we have the Quran, surahs in the Quran, it's a Makkiya, Madaniya. So now it's a Maqdisi, something similar, Makkiya, Madaniya, Maqdisi, Galilee. You see, it's creating familiarity, they call it contextualization, making you to accept. When you want to catch fish, you give the fish what it likes. Not do you like the worm, you don't like it. Like one American said, I like strawberry and cream, but when I go fishing, I put a worm. You like worms? No. Why do you put a worm? Because you know the fish will like it. You want to catch fish. So this is down to catch this fish, Muslim fish. What happened? What happened? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I'm reading the Christian Bible now. Any objection? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Am I right? Any objection? You can't. It's Allah's kalam. They stole it from the Quran. This is called plagiarism. Plagiarism means stealing in literature without acknowledging that is thievery. You are a cheat, you are a robber, you are a thief. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Any objection? No, these are verses and phrases borrowed from the Quran. They don't exist in the Bible. But somehow to catch this fish. And this is being recited from Monte Carlo radio. And people are listening, like Basit, Abdul Samad Abdul Basit. Bismillah. They know how to imitate. They imitate Basit. and you listen. This is a Quranic recital, and you listen, maybe from Malaysia or where, you listen, and while you listen, you get a little shock. It's something that is not familiar. Then you listen again, it's like the Quran, and again a little shock, because it doesn't sound like the Quran. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِن كُنتُمْ تُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ حَقًّا فآمنوا به ولا تخافوا إن لكم عند الله جنات نزلا. These are words and phrases taken from the Quran, but somehow hook or by crook. So they have done it, but if you read this to the Arab, he bursts out into laughter like mad. They can see the funniness of the whole thing, but we non-Arabs, we can get caught with it. This is a new strategy of deceiving the Muslims into thinking that this is something like the Quran. I hope that is what you had in mind.
Thank you. You really answered the question.
Thank you, my friend. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you very much, Brother Deedat. I'm very amazed at the way he can spend 2.5 hours standing and memorizing all the verses, Quran and Bible, and even books. Luckily he stopped because I'm afraid he'll pull out more rabbits or books from his bag and fill up the table. Just some clarification on the part of the masjid. We have tour guides for the masjid.
You have guides.
We have tour guides, and with due respect to Brother Omar, we are engaging in services of a white tour guides in the masjid. A white man from US, from United States. Brother Omar, he's out there. So the other one is that we are in the process of making a tape, a video on the masjid, so that when the visitors come, they will see the tape before they go on a tour of the masjid. Yes. And the third one is that even the pamphlet, we are talking about that. But anyway, we thank you very much for your offers on the pamphlet and also the training. Oh, we have one of the brothers, he's a member of the Majlis of Masjid, and he has clarified that the Queen was not permitted into the prayer hall. She was taken around, but not inside the prayer hall. So I think
we have to discuss.
I think we will defer that discussion to a later or another occasion, and because we have two different views on that issue. So I think on behalf of the masjid and on behalf of the Shah Alam Municipal Council and the Ummah Resources Neighborhood, I would like to thank Brother Deedat for his beautiful lecture.
Excuse me, up here. Excuse me, up here. Me and my friend here, we waited for a long time for Mr. Deedat to answer our question, so I would like Mr. Deedat to answer one question from above here.
Oh, sorry, because he was up there. Do you want to explain one more thing?
They were all hiding. You could have come down. You only saw it the last question and last question. You could have come down and we would have answered it.
I'm very sorry about that. So I think on behalf of the organizers, I'd like to thank Brother Deedat very much for his beautiful lecture. I would thank every one of you for coming to this function. So to close our function, inshallah, we will read a surah from the Quran, Surah Al-Asr. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.